everyone, Matt Canning here with bodybuildingpro.com. I am here at the 2012 Toronto Pro Super Show in Toronto, Ontario in Canada. I am here with John Aiello. You may know John from his light heavyweight and overall win last year at the Ontario Provincial Championships. John, tell us a little bit about that. That was a pretty competitive show, and you beat both the winner in the super heavyweight class and the heavyweight class, and these were pretty good competitors. And you beat every class. You won the overall. So, how do you feel about that win? How was that contest for you?
I feel that was my biggest accomplishment to date. I wasn't really concerned about weight. I was just concerned about how I looked, and I went by the mirror for that one. So yeah, I beat the super heavy and the heavyweight, and I just wasn't concerned about my weight too much. It was just about how I looked, and receiving the title of Mr. Ontario, that was a big deal for me. I was nervous going into that show, but I know I was working the hardest, so it is what it is, and I'm happy with the results. But I know I could have been a little better. So a lot of things have happened since that show. I'm now working with Hani Rambod, and I'm sponsored by Mutant. So these are things that I didn't have in my corner last time. So for this year, I'm expecting to have a lot of changes. Not a little, but a lot, because we got a lot going on now.
Was it exciting for you to get your presentation, your award from Ronnie Coleman?
It was amazing. It all happened all so fast, and I didn't know he was presenting the award, and getting it from him was just a dream come true. Being on stage with your idol giving you your overall trophy for the Mr. Ontario title, and I was 22 at the time. It was a pretty amazing experience.
What does Henny think about your potential in the future? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious you can turn pro, and pretty soon at that, and you're very young. How does he feel about your potential?
We've been working together for a while, and he's just keeping me focused on the show. I just want to come in at my best, and this is more for a personal record for me. I've never been on the national stage before, so it's going to be my first time, and I just want to go out there, get my feet wet, and give it my all, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. So we're killing it every day, and I'm 11 weeks out today actually, so 11 weeks to go, and it's showtime, and we're going to be ready.
John, I think you did the right thing to come in at 196 last year. I think that you could have been heavier if you wanted, but I don't think you would have won if you did. So you made the right decision in that sense to focus on conditioning, and that worked really well for you. But John, outside of bodybuilding, I know that you have a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I think a lot of bodybuilders focus just on bodybuilding, but you obviously don't. I mean, you had a lot of training with martial arts, so tell us a little bit about your background there.
First, with last year's weight, coming in at the 196 point, I believe I could have been a lot more shredded. I know conditioning wasn't my strength last year, so this year that's the goal, to be way more conditioned than last year. And, we're going to make that happen. As for the martial arts, yeah, I got my third degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I kept that third degree because for competition purposes, at third degree, you're not a master yet. At fourth degree, you become a master in Taekwondo, and it doesn't look good if you're competing as a master. You got to leave that to the amateurs. So I stayed there, and I actually tried out for the Canadian Olympic team like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and I was really into it. Just I started lifting weights and fell in love with bodybuilding. In terms of size, to be able to compete in martial arts, or Taekwondo at least, the bigger you are, the slower you're going to get, and the more muscle you have, really affects your speed. And Taekwondo is a sport of speed. Speed equals power. So I am a lot stronger now, and I can still do the movements and go through everything. Just I wouldn't be able to compete in Taekwondo anymore. I'd be too slow because of the size I put on and the weight I put on.
That's funny, because I think a lot of bodybuilders, the mentality is bigger is better, but not necessarily in fighting. And so I guess that's it's apples and oranges, of course. But last year you said that you weren't conditioned, but I have to say it didn't hurt you very much to be less conditioned than you wanted to be. But hey, had you been a bit more conditioned, you would have won all that more decisively. But you had an overall win, which is amazing. But John, tell us about your education. I know that you go to McMaster University, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I've got my double major at Mac, which is in fine arts and multimedia. Two things that I'm very passionate about, and the next step from here is I'm applying to Osgoode Hall for law. and that's where I'm going with that. I'm going to stick to school. A lot of people ask me, what do I plan to do after the Canadas this year? And I tell them, no matter what the outcome, if I do well, if I win, or if I lose, either way, I'm still going to go back to school, and I'm going to start working towards my law degree.
Well, you seem like a really well-rounded guy, John, and you touched on working with Mutant before. What's your experience like with the company so far? Any good experiences, any supplements that you like the most, anything at all?
Working with Mutant has been great. I feel so thankful to have them in my corner. They had approached me, and it was just a dream come true. To get rewarded to do something that you love is amazing. The first time I was acquainted with Mutant was at my first Ontario bodybuilding show. It was a level 1 show, and I'd won the overall at that show. I won the juniors and my weight class as well. So I really cleaned house at that show. And I also won the Mutant Award. And, we didn't really know what that was back then. It was just the Mutant Company has this award at all the Ontario shows, level 1, level 2, where they give a prize pack of supplements and clothing to one specific guy. And this award is for the mutant of the show, the freak of the show. And winning that was my first experience with Mutant. And then down the line, after I won the Ontarios, they approached me and I got my sponsorship from them. They've been taking really good care of me, and the supplements that I get from them have really been helping me. I love using the Mutant Pump before my workouts, and I love mixing it with Mutant Rage. I find that creates like the best pre-game to getting into the gym, because you get the pump, you got the energy in there, and you get way more out of your workouts. And then we have the new product called Mutant Rehab, which is basically recovery BCA product, and I've been taking it before, during, and after my workouts, and then I take it at night and I take it first thing in the morning. I'm really in love with that product. It's great. Mutant Mass is a good off-season gainer. You can put on a ton of weight, and it's a ton of clean weight. You're not going to get sloppy using it. I like to take it with meals. That's just what I like to do with it.
I like Mutant Mass too. Matt was saying, who works here, that it's not chalky and it's a really nice formula. Martin Kellström from Sweden, pro bodybuilder, was saying that he also mixes Mutant Pump and Mutant Rage. So I guess he's not the only one. I never tried mixing them before. Maybe I'll have to try it after both of you recommended it. So now, John, where can we find you both online and also in terms of your next competition plans?
Online, you can find me on Facebook at John Aiello, and I have a fan page, John the Phenom Aiello. You can also find me on Twitter at It's John Aiello. Competition-wise, I'll be competing in the Canadian Nationals in Edmonton, Alberta. And that is on August 18th, and it's 11 weeks out from today.
John, what's your weight right now, actually? Just a short question.
Today I weighed in at 232, and in 11 weeks I'm either going to be one of the lighter heavyweights or I'm going to be the heaviest light heavyweight. But I'm thinking I'm going to leave that decision up to Hani and my trainer Bob Weatherall. I think we're all making a good team, and we're going to see what happens. But at the end of the day, I'm leaving it kind of up to my coaches, because they see me with a different set of eyes, right? So you can't always judge yourself realistically. You got to get another set of eyes to judge you. So I think having them is going to really help me get through the year and get through these next 11 weeks.
It's nice to have an objective eye for sure. Well, you heard it from John. He's looking great here at this body weight for sure. He's looking lean, even though he's not in contest condition. He's still looking very good. I'll post all the links so that you can find him on online. And John, can you hit an arm shot, or you don't? Or do you want to? Yeah, can you do one? I'll do one with you. How about biceps like that, both of us? If you hit, yeah. Hey guys, with Matt with bodybuildingpro.com. Thanks everyone.